Hey, it's 1 o'clock and today's Tuesday, and that means it's day 2 of the Learn to Trust Your Inner Wisdom After Cancer 5-Day Wisdom Series. Woo! Excited to have you here. Welcome to everyone who joined us yesterday, and anyone who hasn't seen day 1, I encourage you to go back and view the recording of day 1, because every one of these sessions in the series are made to dovetail together to help you learn to trust your own inner wisdom. So let me introduce myself. I'm Debbie. I'm an after cancer wisdom partner. I'm a 5-year ovarian cancer survivor. If you saw yesterday's session, I went into depth about my story. So I won't do that today, but just to say that for me, cancer was a wake-up call, and cancer was a gift. It was a gift of stillness. It was a gift of full stopping that gave me the chance to examine my life fully and see the parts that were really serving me, weren't serving my highest good. And after cancer, I was determined, oh, there's a little bird outside my window. It's so cute. It just is looking at me. I think it's here to bless us. Anyway, so so I saw the truth of my life, the parts that weren't so great, and there was a lot of parts. And after I finished my treatment and recovered from my treatment, I went out in search of everything I could find to heal the rest of my life, and learned a lot of things, and I'm excited to share them with other sister cancer survivors like me who feel this either lostness or confusion after cancer about what to do next. So here we are in the wisdom series. So yesterday in day 1, calm, we wove our sacred inner wisdom baskets and filled our baskets with 3 simple methods for turning anxiety into serenity. So again, if you missed that yesterday, I encourage you to view the recording so you can experience that for yourself. Especially because, like I said a minute ago, each one of these sessions in the series is designed to connect and reflect with the others so that you actually build trust in your own inner wisdom. And that's what we want for you. So today, in day 2, we are going to do some soul searching about your life before cancer and learn a little bit about how what you discover from the past may relate to your present day challenges. Cool? Could be a little scary. It does sound a little scary. It was a little scary for me to take that deep dive and discover that I was a workaholic, and that I had an intimacy disorder, and I wasn't showing up fully as my true self, which made it really difficult to have authentic relationships. Anyway, that was my story, part of it. So at the end of this 5-part series, if you stick with it, you will feel infused with confidence. You will possess your own sacred inner wisdom basket filled with soulful techniques and self-knowledge. And that sacred inner wisdom basket is one that you will have woven yourself and filled for yourself. A sacred inner wisdom basket that you can dip into anytime you need to trust your own inner wisdom. When you feel worried, when you feel anxious, or you're faced with some choices that you're not sure about, you'll have a reservoir of strength and wisdom of your own from which to draw upon. So again, today, we're going to do some soul searching. And so today's themes during this soul search, this is what we're going to explore. 1, we will explore in what ways Your cancer experience may have shifted your perceptions, your beliefs, your expectations, your sense of yourself, and ideas of how life should be lived. We'll ask the question, are you surprised by these shifts? Do you feel disappointed or ashamed of how you were living or the beliefs that you held in the past? And are you seeing life through a different set of glasses now? And ask yourself the question, is it time for me to remake my life and reclaim or claim for the first time the person I was always meant to be? So the way we're going to do this is through a guided visualization. And if you tuned in yesterday, you'll be a little bit familiar with how that works. So right now, hopefully you received the instructions in a couple of the posts I did today about what to bring with you to this session. So what I want you to have in front of you to begin is a notebook or a journal, and of course a pen. Here's mine. Or if you don't have a notebook or a journal that was handy or that you regularly use, any piece of paper and writing implement will work for sure. And the other thing I asked for you to bring is an image, a favorite image of a guide, an ancestor, or a spiritual figure that can help you in this journey. So if you don't have that stuff with you right now, I'm just going to sit here and pause for a minute. So you can gather that. A piece of paper and a pencil should be really easy to find, but perhaps you didn't have a chance to think about your favorite image of your guide, ancestor, or spiritual being, energetic being. So take a moment now and think about that. Hopefully you have a photograph or a small statue, whatever your religion or your spiritual beliefs are. Perhaps if you have none of those things, you have another special object like a healing stone or a crystal or a memento that connects you with your higher self or your higher power, the God of your understanding. So I'm going to just give it 30 more seconds for you to gather those things. I have a little digital stopwatch running here in front of me, so I make sure that I don't run over 30 minutes for each one of our sessions. So I'm watching for 30 seconds to roll by. Okay. So before we begin the guided visualization, if you weren't able to find a photograph or a statue or a memento, perhaps you can find an image of one of those ancestor, guide, or spiritual figure that you can hold in your imagination for this exercise. Okay. So to get started, we're going to just drop into our bodies and relax a little bit so that we can let go everything, all the worries and all the things of the day, all the energies, all the to-do lists. Just drop into your body, focus on your breathing for a few moments. Breathing in, breathing out. If it feels comfortable, shutting down your eyes helps you turn inward. See if you can notice the way that your body moves to accommodate your breath, how your rib cage moves up and down. And or how your belly moves out and in, making room for your breath. If it feels good, maybe raise your shoulders up to your ears, do a little roll back just to settle in your space. Couple shoulder rolls. Always feels good to me. Maybe moving your neck from side to side, tilt slowly from one side to the other, loosen up some of those muscles that might be stiff from sitting or hunching or tensing. I also like to do a few gentle nods, yes, up and down, a few gentle no's, bring your head from side to side. Another one or two conscious breaths. Settling into your body and into your space. Now, if your eyes are closed, I want you to gently open them and gaze upon the image of the energy being, your guide, ancestor, or spiritual figure that you have with you. Study the image. Notice the details and the colors. Close your eyes now and visualize the image in detail with your eyes closed. Now open your eyes again and look at the image again to see if you missed anything. And keep doing this until you can hold the complete image in your mind when your eyes are closed. Opening your eyes to gaze and collect all the details, and closing your eyes. See if you can remember all the details. Give you a few moments to continue practicing that. Breathe softly and deeply, holding the image in your mind. And when you feel you have it, with your eyes closed now, open your heart and ask that this being or this symbol help you and support you today. Stay relaxed and still, and gently relax the intensity of your focus on the image in your mind, allowing it to become whatever it wants to be. Stay open to new information and energy from this being. Now, imagine yourself in a beautiful natural environment can be any place that appeals to you. It might be a meadow, a mountaintop, in a forest, or beside the sea. It could even be under the ocean or on another planet. Wherever it is, it should feel comfortable, pleasant, and peaceful to you. Take a few moments now and explore your environment. Notice all the details, all the colors you see, everything about this space around you. Are there any sounds? Do you notice any smells? Do you have any particular feelings or impressions about this space? Now, do anything you would like to make this place more home-like and comfortable an environment for you. Perhaps you'd like to build some type of dwelling or shelter. Or perhaps you just want to surround the whole area with golden light of protection and safety. Whatever you decide, create and arrange things there for your convenience and enjoyment, or do a short ritual to establish this place as your special place. And from now on, this is your own personal inner sanctuary to which you can return at any time just by closing your eyes and desiring to be there. You will always find it healing and relaxing to be there. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to think about your life before cancer. Your guide, your spiritual being, is here with you to support you with love and compassion. And you may choose to have a conversation with your guide as you ponder these questions. In thinking about your life before cancer, who did you think you were? What roles did you take on? How did you think and feel life was supposed to be? What were your beliefs about your identity? What did you believe about your personal worthiness and your value as a person? It's now time to return your attention to our current place and time. So I invite you to take 2 to 3 slow, deep, intentional breaths. Bring yourself back into your body. If it feels good, now you may gently begin to move your fingers and toes. And when it feels good, gently flutter open your eyes. Beautiful. So, right now, I want you to direct your attention immediately to your pencil or pen and your journal, notebook, or piece of paper. And we're going to take maybe about 7 to 8 minutes to do a reflection on the experience that you just had. So, paper in front of you, pen or pencil in hand. Here's what I want you to think about and reflect on. And you may choose to formulate your reflection in writing, or if you're more of a visual person, you can draw a picture or a doodle or symbols, anything that you feel is going to help you process and retain the details of the experience that you just had. So here's the questions to reflect upon in your reflection. Can you identify the roles, agreements, beliefs, and energies you held before you got cancer that no longer serve you now? And I'll repeat these in a few minutes while you're writing. I want you to explore what's changed. Is there anything you have already intentionally released or shifted in your after cancer survivorship life? And what do you want to shift and change in your life moving forward that you haven't already shifted? So I'm going to give us 7 to 8 minutes to do that. So go ahead and begin, and I will repeat the questions in about 3 minutes to help guide you through your own reflection. So I will be sitting here in silence during that time. Here are those 3 questions again. Can you identify the roles, agreements, beliefs, and energies you held in your life before cancer that no longer serve you now? Explore what has changed. Is there anything you have already intentionally released or shifted? And what do you want to shift and change in your life moving forward that you haven't already? You have about 3 more minutes for your reflection. Begin to wrap up what you're working on, whether it's a drawing or writing. About 30 seconds. We'll shift our attention. Okay, that's all the time we have right now. Of course, you, after this video is over, which is just a few more minutes, you can continue on your reflection for as long as you would like to, or feel you need to, or feel guided to, whatever fits your needs and your schedule. So, thank you so much for today, for being here today with me and sharing this experience with me and the others on the call. Your homework is to post in the group what you learned from this experience and any insights you have to share. And I always ask for these comments because anything that you have to share will help your sisters in the group who are also on their same journey, sisters just like you, seeking their own inner wisdom finding their way on their journey, their life journey, through their cancer experience and beyond. So I invite you to do that. And please join me tomorrow for day 3 of the Trust Your Inner Wisdom series. It's called Centered, where we will explore techniques for helping you stay solid and present even when life seems overwhelming. That sounds amazing, right? So I hope to see you there. Much gratitude to you, dear ones, my sisters, and I'll see you out there.